Hey, everybody, we're live. Welcome to Habanos Saturday. Princess is late, like always, only because we like to start 20 minutes before she wakes up. She's still in hair and makeup. It's Rizza and I for the next 20 minutes. I'm going to tell you about the cigars we're smoking, what's going on. And there you go, even though he's playing us in the background. So to all the fans, good morning.
Good morning.
So there you go. Here, let me put the comments on so you can see all the fans who love you, because God forbid.
Put the comments on because I'm a little bit blind, as you know.
You're a little bit, yeah, you're something, all right.
But I can see no comments. This doesn't mean that no one is commenting. No one gives two fucking hoots, and also no one knows. And then this is the complaint. This is the complaint. I think it's a genuine complaint that Usman has, that you always start earlier than the advertised time. Yeah. Should we say that? The advertised
Well, we don't really advertise it. So if you're a real fan of the show, you know we start early. This is not like a surprise. We've been doing the show like 2 years, 3 years. We start early. This is not a secret.
No, you know, the very cool thing is the whole point. I say this again and again to remind myself, but anyone else watching, this is just like 2-3 guys naked who get together to have a smoke online, and what we do is we decided just to share it out, and if people like it, they like it. If they don't like it, no big deal, right? But if you do like it, you should like, comment, and subscribe to the show. Now, this is something that, despite the many times I have mentioned to Stephen, he only remembers from time to time. I think age is creeping up on him. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry. Who are you? So that's not really true. Again? Yes. What's my name? Let me just check inside my underwear where they sewed it. No, but I remember. But I don't like. Oh, we're going to look at cigars today. I don't want to hawk to the fans here. Let's go. Is this your EGM that you had? Let's show the fans the EGM cigar.
And there's a reason why. And when Usman comes on, I'm going to wax lyrical about this, right? So this is an EGM.
Yeah.
Praxides.
Ooh, I got to buy one of those.
Now, I smoked this cigar not last night, the night before, but it was like my third cigar of the evening. I barely remember my name at that point, let alone the cigar.
You barely remember your name.
If you're interested in a cigar, or if I'm interested in a cigar, what I do is I try it again. Yeah. And the boys at EGM were so generous and nice. They said, take a few of these cigars home and try them in your own time. And so I thought, fuck that. I'll just smoke it on the show and see what.
So wait a minute. So if you like this, what's it called? EGM Virgin? What did you call it? EGM.
Well, this is the period. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Wow. You are cracking a joke.
Yes, I am.
But Praxides is named after a saint, Saint Praxides, a lady.
I thought it was after me. Yeah.
A virgin. And she was the helper of Christian martyrs under the prosecution of the Romans in the 2nd century. Okay. So whilst most people will just smoke this whilst sipping on a martini and not give two hoots, people like me, who are still a bit conscious enough to dive under the surface. I love etymology and history. You know this, Steve.
All right, now wait a second. Before you go on and wax lyrical about this, I'm looking at the EGM cigar page and the placebo cigars. Which one is it? They have 97 different.
So this is their new Empyrean range, right?
Okay. Let me see if I can find the
branding range. Is pretty cool. I'm not going to mention what else it looks like from the Cuban cigar line, because the aim was to make this look expensive, because premium line, I think what they're using is they're using in this line, they've got 3 cigars. They're using 5-year aged tobacco.
Can I tell you something? I'm on their website. I can't buy it because they don't have it.
Because it's just been launched 2 days ago.
It's not my problem. I know EGM. I know. What's the guy from EGM that watches the show? What's that kid's name? Jeremy, David, Stewart. What's his name? The kid that you always bump into?
Again.
Don't even start with this crap, because I'll find an old show and I'll call him out and go, pussy boy.
My mind goes blank. You know what? The problem is there is so much fucking information running around these days. There's so many people. I kind of like everyone merges into everyone else. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Yeah. No. That's my brain failing.
Okay, so when EGM, who's falling short on the job, by the way, puts the Emperor line on the website,
it's not the Emperor. It's called Empyrean.
And whatever,
Emperor. And there's a reason why it's called Empyrean.
Yes,
Empyrean is in Greek mythology.
It is
the highest place of heaven that contains fire. It's
I
a
thought that
ball of
was an
fire.
Asian chick that I met the other night, but close enough. So
It could be,
yeah,
but
it could.
now you see, I got the serious stuff out of the way because if and when we don't always smoke cigars on the show for all sorts of reasons, right?
Yeah,
Because we get a little bit wrapped up. Hey,
yeah.
look what the hell you've got over there, right?
Okay, now listen. I got this week from these nice people, Nova. I paid for this. This isn't free, kids. Nova Premium Cigars. And today, and I've already posted one of these on Instagram. I'm going to be smoking the Platinum Batch Toro Nicaraguan. Then I'm going to be smoking the Leo 11. And then for fun, I'm going to be smoking the Platinum Batch Robusto because I didn't get any Cuban wrappers because they didn't have any. Way to go, Nova Cigars, just like EGM, poor marketing. Anyway, I'm going to try those three. I'll let everybody know if I like them. And then as soon as the placebo gets on the line with the Imperial or the Emperor or whatever the hell EGM is selling or hawking this week, I will try one of those and let the 5 fans that we have know what I think because they,
Not
I know,
5,
hang on every word.
2.5.
2.5. Yes, I'm sorry. Can I tell you something?
No.
Okay, I won't tell you anything. I'll just sit here and look pretty. We did some research this week because I like my numbers because 2 + 2 is always 27. And we realized, and we didn't realize this until we started to do this, that our average show globally, when you talk about podcasts, viewing, Instagram, yada yada, blah blah blah, gets about 35,000 views. Did not know that until we were researching
Across all your platforms.
across all the platforms and across when we do live on Instagram with the show later today when Usman wakes up and gets out of hair and makeup. But yeah, we were shocked. David was, on holiday for 2 weeks. He had nothing to do. Why make love to your wife when he can do research? That's what I say. And apparently he listened. So when she was doing stuff, he said to me, do you know 35? And he was giving me like how all the shows do because we have many on this channel. And I was fascinated that our show does about 40,000 views every week. Isn't that amazing?
I'm fascinated that I make it onto the show every week.
I'm fascinated that you remember who you are every week. So there you have it.
On that note, who am I?
Yeah. Well, that's a bigger question I think we have to ask. The interesting thing that when Princess gets here today, we've limited her to 5 minutes and 2 travel humidors. Because I know the show that I did with Princess where we talked about 755 cigar cases. The fans were riveted, and then they fell asleep. So we've limited him to just 2 cigar cases and travel humidors today.
I'm interested in what his favorite. You see,
yeah.
I like if we're going to talk cigar cases or we're going to talk histories or whatever, I want to go right to the top and start what's your favorite one? Why?
Yeah,
and then everything else can be sort of like you can do this and this and this, and this whatever. But I like to cut to the chase. What is the most important one?
Yeah, and I agree with you. I think that's how I think that's how it should be. I mean, it's we have to be. We have our cigar show. We have a responsibility to the fan. That's how I look at it.
The fan.
So, the fan. We have one fan. No, let's not get. We know who they are. Talking about fans and stalkers. So, how was your EGM event this week? Tell us about the
EGM. That's what I was going to talk to you about, right? I was going to ask you what your cigar highlight of the week is, and you might be about to have it right now with this Nova cigar, right?
The Nova cigar
might be your highlight, right?
That'll be the highlight of the week. So here in the yacht and in Monte Carlo, the furniture from Le Chez La Walmart, the very exclusive store that only the rich people shop at, arrived, but it arrived in a box. So we unboxed it yesterday. It was fascinating. There was fanfare, there was hors d'oeuvres, there was a big party, and then we realized we had to put it together. Because it's an expensive store, not that expensive, and we realized that we're Jews. We don't do that. So later today, we have someone coming over to put together the very expensive imitation wicker furniture from a very hot country called Vietnam that we got this shipped from Le Chez La Walmart, which is a very exclusive French store, I understand. So I'm very excited. Next week I will be outside and be able to light up and enjoy, because even in the yacht or in the condo or the penthouse in the sky, we don't like to smoke inside. It's just one of those things.
I just want to ask you a side question before I tell you about the EGM event. Yeah,
Yep.
how's your new Instagram account, your cigar Instagram account coming along? Are you following? Are people following you up?
Oh my God, I have all six of them. Thank you so much for following on Even Steven, or what is it? Even Steven dot Cigars. For the people that don't
It's
know the
over there
story,
somewhere, isn't it?
it's
On
right
the bottom
there,
of your screen
right
somewhere.
there, right there, right
Yeah,
there. Look at
yeah.
that,
I
right there.
encourage people watching this to start following because
Yeah,
Steven's sitting out in the USA,
I
especially in
am.
Tampa, has an access to a market that I don't have. And here he has an access to when I say market, it's sort of like we just kind of like shoot the breeze and trying to work out what's going on in London, what's going on in
Right.
Florida, what's going on in Pakistan with Usman, right? It's
Really
a nice
shows
way
up.
of friends connecting, and I
Yep.
still think it's really cool that three friends across three time zones still
Right.
make time on a Saturday to sit down for an hour and a half, and
Yep.
insult each other.
Yeah. Instead
I
of
love
just
that.
doing it one on one to each other,
Why not do it over the Zoom, or what are
right.
we on
We like to
StreamYard?
have 35,000 people join us every week for the cutting and the insults that we do. So it's nice. So then, while we're waiting for Princess, because she's in hair and makeup, and we know this could take a while because they gotta glue the beard on and that toupee and stuff, and put the makeup to make them look darker. Because she's really just a little white kid from Philadelphia. Why don't you tell us how the EGM event went? And all the fascinating and interesting people you met.
Well, this is just it. So I had this invite from the young man called Giuliano who runs MK Cigars in the UK. He's got the distribution for EGM in the UK. Very kindly invited me. Christian invited me from Tom
Sure.
Tom,
Oh, let me pick that
and I
up.
went to this event. Once again, I'm a freestyler. I don't really have any expectations, so I'm always these days I'm very pleasantly surprised when I go to events because I have absolutely no expectation of an event.
Right.
Yeah, and this was a very exclusive venue in London called the Emery. So Emery is a hotel in Knightsbridge, but
Right.
the thing that has made it very sort of social media focused and people get excited about it is the Emery opened basically a contained rooftop cigar lounge
Very
with one of
nice.
the most beautiful humidors I've ever seen. It's a cylindrical humidor. It's all over my Instagram posts. And the chap who designed it, who designs virtually every other walk-in humidor in the world that's of note, including the one in Monte Carlo, is a guy called Massimo, and he
Hmm.
was there as well. And he's on my social media posts too. And the EGM people were very, very generous. They threw this big party. I think there was about 200 people there. There was all the industry participants, the retailers, cigar celebrities. Can I call them that?
I
Instagrammers,
guess you can.
YouTubers, serious smokers, wannabe smokers, new age smokers, whatever you want. And I was there as well. Uh, uh,
Well,
and I was there also.
that's what made it. That's what made the celebrity right there. You, my friend. If you ask you, you are like world famous. So
Well. First of all, I'm not, yeah. But one of the things I enjoyed about this event was it was they were very generous with the. So they had launched this new line. It's called the Empyrean line, and I explained already to you
right,
what Empyrean means, yeah.
right.
But in that
The
line,
one
they
that's
have
not on their
three
website
cigars. So
yet, so
these are
I
made
can't
of aged tobacco,
purchase
five
it.
years aged tobacco. Sorry,
Right,
Stephen.
right. I said the one that's not on their website, so I can't purchase it. Yeah, that cigar. Go ahead.
Well, it's just been launched. Yeah, it's just been launched. So,
Once again,
but
not my
the look
problem.
and feel is
So,
beautiful.
okay.
There were no end of cigars to try and smoke. There was no end of
Right.
great personalities to hang out with. There was the drinks were flowing, the canapes were flowing, and it was a really spectacular looking event. And that's what EGM has become known for. Ettore, the owner, his name starts with E. In fact, these are his initials,
Sure.
or EGM are his initials. He was there. Everyone was dressed in black tie, or everyone was looking cool in black. However, it was a very, very elegant event, and EGM had become known for these very, very elegant, top-end luxury events, which is what ties into the vibe of their cigar. What they're going for is the creme de la creme when it comes to their cigar ranges, and if there can be a comparison made, and I wonder if Roy is watching this, they are going for that Davidoff kind of market. They're going for that, but in a different way. They're coming from this very Italian, really well presented, packaged, boutique style product. Whether like, imagine if you buy a Gucci tie, it comes in a nice bag, and in the bag is a nice flat box, and in the box is tissue paper, and then you get to the tie, which has 6 pieces of, there's a little letter inside that says thank you. But so the anticipation of getting to the product is just as fun as the product itself. The product has to be good, but the anticipation level is really high. And the EGM, I think, from at least my perspective, is going for this kind of like, it's not just having the product, it's the build up to the product. It's like when you're booking a holiday and talking about the holiday to your friends, like 3 or 4 months before you go on a holiday, that build up is just as valuable as the actual going on holiday.
I don't have any friends, so I just go on holiday. I just don't tell
colleagues or enemies,
I don't have
whoever else it may be.
So so here's the problem with EGM though. One, the cigar that you're smoking, which we'll find out at the end of the show if you love, and I'll be smoking the Nova. Here, let me plug Nova again. The Nova Premium people. There you go.
Very close.
I was looking at that. Yeah, well, okay, hold on here. Let me do it like Carol Merrill from The Price is Right. Here, we have the lovely Nova cigar. There you go. Boom. And you too can buy one. And then we have their cigars right there. Anyway, but I was going to buy the EGM one you're talking about because you told me how wonderful it is. And I've had their cigars. The only complaint I have is they don't sip it with a Humi pack. So it has to sit in the humidor, especially coming from Switzerland to the United States for a while. So that was the only issue I had with them, with the cigar. Other than that, their cigars are beautiful.
Life is quite difficult.
Love the EGM
Life
cigars.
is difficult.
Huh?
Life is difficult.
Listen, at my level, it's very, when I put my pants on in the morning, it's very difficult. I have 2 gentlemen holding each leg. I mean, I'm poor. I don't know. I mean, we live in a very poor neighborhood. I only have an east and a west wing. Everyone else has all 4. I mean, I can only suffer so much. I'm just saying.
And your suffering is more than anyone else's suffering, sir.
That's what I like to think. So, it's just the way it works. I feel terrible. But, I feel for the other people because, I only have 2 maids and 3 butlers. They have more. How do you think I feel? I'm ashamed.
Did you light up, by the way? Have you lit your lamp?
I can't. I'm indoors because I can't get outside because I wasn't kidding. The French furniture.
And a dry draw. Do a dry draw. See what it feels like.
I'll have to go get the cutter. It's a whole thing. I'll do it next week. I'll dry draw to my heart's content. But you can go watch Instagram in 4 or 5 hours. I'll actually light one up and smoke it and tell you what I think of it. Not that anybody cares what I think.
Yeah, I can give you some feedback on this already. This is actually,
yes, you should.
I smoked this cigar 2 days ago. After 3 hours of constant smoke, maybe 4 hours of constant smoking and drinking. So when you finally get to this cigar, even though I was trying to focus on it, I couldn't. But let me tell you right now.
Yeah.
On the draw, on the sort of the initial, I've smoked maybe half an inch of it, right? Yeah.
Well, you're used to a half an inch. Go ahead.
There's a smoothness, but there's I won't say bitter. There's a slight fruitiness to it that is slightly sourness. There's a slight sourness to it, but it's a smooth cigar, and I'm retrohaling it.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Between the Platinum Nova, which you suggested I buy, which I did, and this cigar, which would you say is the better of the 2?
I can't say they're better. I can say they're on par because the Platinum Nova, to me, really, I'm not that sophisticated a person. If you took the bands off, I wouldn't know what the fuck I'm smoking at the end of the day, I can tell you, however, if I'm enjoying it or not enjoying it. That I can tell you.
Are you enjoying the placebo cigar?
The Praxides. It's burning really smoothly. It looks very cool.
Yeah. That's not. You didn't answer my question though. Are you enjoying it?
I am enjoying it because it is a smooth, mild smoke. It's not a bitter smoke. There's a slight sourness. I guess this cigar might benefit from a little bit of aging. To be very honest with you, even though they're using 5 years aged tobacco.
Now, the quizmen are quite. You can never pronounce this guy's name. QH,
Qasim.
as I like to call him.
Qasim. Hi to Qasim.
Qasim's here. Qasim says this is the equivalent of the EGM Bouquet. So there you go.
Well, you could take that. You could take that as high praise. They have made a product. And I saw this product. I saw all the EGM cigars in that humidor. They were lined up at the Emory.
Right.
And if you didn't know better, you would walk past and you would say, these are all Behikes. So this is their premium line.
Wow.
They
Okay.
have marketed their premium line in a... Now, so let me give you an example. Some people might say they've tried to copy Behike.
Yeah.
About 10 years ago, one of my favorite car brands, Mercedes, they launched the Mercedes GT. And the Mercedes GT
Right.
from the rear looked like a Porsche, to be very honest with you, right? Now, you might say, oh, look, they've designed a Porsche. Actually, design and good design is something that other people consolidate on.
Right.
Can I be very honest, yeah?
No, I want you to lie. The
This
fans want you
looks
not
like
to
a
tell the truth.
This does look like a premium product, and to me, it doesn't feel
Yeah.
like a copy. Okay,
Okay.
it doesn't feel like a copy. Yeah, there's some
Right.
elements of it, but you know, a square is. I mean, it's got little squares. A square is a square. I mean, you can't really copy squares. You know what I mean, right?
Well, you
But I
could.
think it's a
There's a whole
premium product. I
generation.
really like this, and
Okay.
I'll be very honest with you. It feels like a premium product in the EGM line. It does feel premium-y.
Okay.
The
So
packaging is
once
very
again,
premium-y.
that's awesome. So EGM, like I said, I'm on the site for the placebos, and the best I can come up with is the Reserve Original. That's because they don't have the placebo emperor, whatever the heck you're talking, the imperialist, the communist
Imperium.
takeover, whatever you want.
The
Yeah,
Imperium line.
socialism, whatever you want to call it. That one isn't there for laymen, not famous, aficionados, Instagrammers such as yourself, that's an influencer, to go and buy. So how? So I'm
Influenza.
Sorry, the influenza that you are. So I cannot purchase it and enjoy it. So
No, it'll
and
be.
doing
I
this
think
with
it'll
all
be out
confidence.
soon. I think
Well,
it'll
yeah,
be
but
out soon.
see, we are a trending show. I'm going to smoke the Nova Platinums today, and I'm very excited about that. Even though I'm still 2 weeks
excited
behind,
for you. I'm
as
excited
you
for
should
you,
be.
sir.
I will take pictures and
I'm always
everything.
excited for you.
Well,
The
as
band is
most people
stunning.
are.
So Qasim thinks the band is stunning. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm very much agree. I think EGM
Yeah,
does two things exceedingly well. Not
except put
well,
stuff on their website.
exceedingly well.
What do they do exceedingly well? Tell us. Don't
Their
leave us hanging.
marketing is fucking amazing, if I can use French.
Oh, amazing is
Their
a bad word. Yeah,
their product is not superb. It's not good. It's somewhere between good and superb.
that's almost
It's
a
better
compliment.
than good. It's a
Whoa,
very
wow.
smooth. Well,
That's like
you might
saying your
think,
wife's
wow,
not
yeah,
really
but the
that
thing is,
ugly.
here's the thing, yeah.
Yeah.
That combination of good, look, you find cigars that are marketed really well,
Right.
but they don't deliver.
Correct.
You find cigars that are really good,
right,
but they don't need that much marketing. For example, they're normally Cuban, right? I haven't found a Dominican or Nicaraguan or Ecuadorian brand that I would say, oh, wow, that was exceptional.
Right.
Right. Here we have a happy marriage. And I suspect, even with the cigars that you've purchased through Platinum Nova, you have a happy marriage. You have a happy marriage of better than good product. Some of the products will surprise you. They keep you wanting that they're good enough for you to want to try the next one, as opposed to that was meh. I don't really care about trying it. Yeah.
Right.
They keep the lifestyle part of EGM. I'll say this. I don't know if Ettore is listening, if Luke, who does some of their market, Dejan,
That's
Niccolo,
the guy.
all the guys, Giuliano. I'm saying this out to you guys right now. Your marketing is fucking superb. You guys lead in terms of lifestyle brand. If it's a lifestyle brand, if it's for lifestyle smokers, you wipe the floor with everyone. I promise you wipe the floor with everyone. Yeah.
Right.
You may get to that Davidoff number of global reach. I don't know if you will, but I think everything you're doing is perfectly amazing, to be very honest, right? So that's where I come from on this.
Let me just say this about that. First of all,
and that's not me waxing lyrical for the hell of it. Yeah, if I didn't like it, I would just say,
you would say it's terrible, right? So, like I said, I like EGM. They don't know how to ship. That's the first thing they need to learn how to do. I said that when I got their first batch of cigars, because they didn't ship it with the Yumi pack. It came, blah, blah, blah. So I think that's an issue. I'm very excited that they put out this placebo Empress line or whatever it is. Queen, whatever, Queen, Princess, who cares? The problem is now we're telling our 35,000 weekly listeners and viewers they're going to run the EGM cigars like I did, and they're not there for sale. So EGM's got to get with the program. So I'm just saying, Luke and all the boys, chop chop. I mean, the fans are like me. I want instant gratification. With the Nova Premium or Platinum people, you told me to go on and buy it. We did the show last week, and while we were doing the show, I actually bought the cigars. And they're sitting here in the yacht.
I think, I'm going to highlight your Instagram. If any of the EGM team are watching here, go and direct message Steven. He's a bit pissed off. Actually, he's a bit fucking pissed off, right? Yeah.
No,
Even though he's sitting on the other side of the planet, yeah?
Yeah.
Make sure that if you do an event, they did an event in Los Angeles, for goodness sake, right?
No. I'm not going to Los Angeles for them. They can come to Tampa.
They
come where the king is, baby.
In Los Angeles, I believe they're doing an event in New York. Aaron Sigmund's
That's once again not my problem. Daddy's not traveling for them. They travel to Daddy. That's the way it works. We're going to have to explain.
I suspect you may have to show a little bit more humility.
Fine. I'll make an effort. Listen, I will suffer. I'll get into the Gulf Stream. I will suffer, and I will go to New York just to make everyone happy. As long as you're happy, I'm happy. Now, without further, well, then I'm happy now. Now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Princess is out of hair and makeup. We are live on Instagram for all the fans. This is an exciting moment. Before we bring Princess in, let me just give her, if I may, the proper introduction.
Do it. Run the credits.
Let's run the credits and bring Princess in. That's a good idea. Okay, let's run the credits and then bring Princess in. Here we go, kids. Welcome to the show. We're live.
This is 2OF Entertainment.
Welcome to Habanos Saturday, the fastest growing cigar show on YouTube with over 100,000 subscribers. Come join us every Saturday live. Every Saturday live.
And ladies and gentlemen, there she is, out of hair and makeup, looking as beautiful as ever. Miss America, or Miss Pakistan, Usman, our sommelier. Welcome to the show. We've missed you terribly. We only waxed lyrical, beautiful things about you for the last 26 minutes.
Yeah, Usman's done it as well. Usman has put Pakistan Standard Time. I've got GMT, and as usual,
I will put EST. I'm the last one to do stuff. Yes, I will do it next week. I'm so sorry. Some of us, have to complain about the EMG people not having what I want on their website. What can I tell you? Usman, how you doing, buddy?
Hello, gents. How are you?
We're good. Usman's very reserved. Good. I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
Well, Stephen, as you're aware, I have been criticized last night, and I've been told that I need to keep shut up. Or at the max, I have 5 minutes in the show to talk. Hence,
that's not true.
Exactly that is true. Hence, I am going to keep myself completely restricted to the short time that I've been assigned by His Royal Highness. The royalness, Mr.
So, and by the way,
I thought Stephen was the Jew here, but Usman is the one who seems to be suffering the most.
He has the most skill.
It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. It's like who could slag himself off more?
That's right. Who has more guilt? Who has more guilt?
Who has more guilt riding on their shoulders? Anyone?
We're all from basically our heritage is all Middle Eastern, right? So it's the whole thing.
What I was saying to Stephen Usman before you came on is we were talking about what our cigar highlights of the week are. Like, what is the most important thing that's happened to you in cigar terms this week?
Right.
So Stephen says it's the Nova cigars that he's ordered, that he's got. Me, it was the EGM event, of which I'm smoking another round. What's your cigar highlight of the week?
Other than being here with us.
That I have been told that you only have 5 minutes to talk about cigar content.
That's not really true, but just to let you know, you only now have 4 minutes and 28 seconds left. But anyway,
I don't give a shit.
There we go. But anyway, I was complaining before you came on that he's smoking this brand new EGM cigar called the Placebo Empress or Queen or whatever the hell it's called. And I went to good enough for government work. They're not paying us. Anyway, I went there And I would say, you know what? I will buy a box because my boy tells me to get it. I buy it like these. I bought the Novas. Here, let me just plug Nova because they have theirs in stock. Yeah, look, there's this Nova.
Platinum
there's
Nova.
that Nova. There's Nova. And then look, they send it in a nice little bag for me. It came in a Yumi pack, not like EGM, who doesn't know how to ship cigars. But anyway, I go to the site to buy it, and EGM has their placebo cigars, but they don't have his Empress or whatever he's smoking. And I'm like, how am I supposed to buy it?
I guess it's new in the stock, and that is why they have not yet listed it. And also the fact that they wanted to sample it to the royalty like they did last night. So maybe as a result of that, we poor people would get to have our hands on this sometime in the future.
I'm hoping. And look, His Highness had to leave because Luke from EGM is like, tell Steve to stop killing us with the cigars online. But the Nova people, but he said he's enjoying the smoke. So that's a good thing. So I'm glad he's enjoying the smoke. So I wanted to hear more about that. But of course, now the other princess now is left because he's very important. So, you know. All right, so you're going to talk to us about travel humidors today. So all two of them. But when Rizk comes back.
That's the thing. All two of them, right?
All two of them. But yeah, but he wants to hear like a story, which I agree. The story behind it. Like, why is it your favorite travel humidor? Like, how did you get it? Where did you steal it from? I mean, who gifted it to you? Was it your father? Was it your brother? We want to hear the intimate details about it.
Problem with that is all the pieces that I have, they all have a story, and they're all my favorite. I mean, as a parent, you can't have favorite child.
Yes, you can. My parents had a favorite child. It wasn't me at all, and I'm an only
sure
child.
I'm sure you weren't the one, right?
Right. And I was an only child. My parents hated me. So, in fact, I remember when I was 4, they moved, and I found them when I was 6. But yeah, they I was not their favorite child. In fact, when I was a baby, my mother didn't breastfeed me. She told me she liked me as a friend. So I had a very difficult childhood. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. All right. So if I have the permission, I would start with the.
Well, wait. Before you start, we have to go. Does he have your permission, Your Royal Highness?
Without words. Without words.
See, he doesn't give two hoots about it. See, that's the problem.
The problem is, Usman, if you want to show, show me your favorite humidor. Show me your favorite travel humidor. That one and that one.
Yeah, we're number one in his book.
Two.
Yeah, 2. One for each of us. We're number one in his book, apparently. I love it.
Right. So, since last week we were talking more about intertobacco, and we
this is my favorite travel humidor. All right, there's a reason why. Let's start with me, okay?
Let's go with you. Of course,
that's my favorite travel humidor. Okay,
nice.
It's hand painted. It's I believe it's Alfred Dunhill.
Right.
It is Alfred Dunhill. It's got the humidification system inside. Right. If I'm traveling, this is a great travel humidor. This is about 15 years old. The disadvantage of this one is the cigars roll around inside. Usman, yours.
That's it.
That was your favorite. Your favorite is his favorite too.
No. All right, gents. So, since I have this itch of collecting accessories, and I like a lot of stuff, but then there are a lot of reasons, and I travel locally and outside sometimes as well, so I keep different kinds of humidors.
Right.
And since we were asked that we should do some reviews of the accessories, so first disclaimer, all of these accessories are either purchased by myself or few of them are gifts by dear friends, hence they have that importance and sensitivity and likeliness. But I will start with the first travel case I have. Now, the first
out of the 2 he's going to do number 1. This is number 1. This is like Letterman. Don't give me. We're number 1 in your book. So yeah, the fans only want to see
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. We're not going to make through that many because we only have so much time to do the whole show.
Yeah,
and the fans want to nod off. So.
Whatever. I will do whatever I feel like. Okay. Right.
Oh my God.
So last time, if you remember, there was one of our very regular friends, cigar analyst. He talked about and asked, "What's your take about those women purse looking like travel cases?" And he mentioned one of the brands. I will come to that brand as well. And so
Is
I
that
thought,
going to be the next brand? Because this is
no,
already,
no,
I'm just saying,
no,
we only have
right.
so many times, and
Yeah,
your
yeah.
5 minutes
Okay.
is almost up.
You can. Well, if you don't want to know, it's fine. I'll just shut up here. Okay. Anyways, so as you know, most of us when we get into the cigar hobby and all that stuff, we,
Right.
uh, at least for me, it is how it. This is how it is. I mean, that I buy things which are affordable first of all, and then that I can carry. So this is the most affordable slash oldest of those purse looking women purse looking pouches that cigar analyst was referring to. This is Piju leather. It is unbranded. It had come from AliExpress for less than $10 around 10 years ago. It is till date really useful and workable. Now it is plain black PU leather. This is a pouch where you can put your phone in, your passport in, or anything that you want to use. It has a very good, I would say, airtight kind of a zipper, and it is the copy of the actual OG leather cases that were made by, can anyone name that? Raza, you might be knowing, as that is a UK based brand which they did the first ones.
To be very honest, I'm not sure. First of all, I don't take accessories that seriously, but as far as I remember, Dunhill were doing them. I mean, everyone does. Every single person, every single major
This
brand does
kind,
accessories.
this kind was made by something starting with the J, if you remember the name, or a P. Okay, just to kill the curiosity, Peter James was the first one which
Was it?
came with this design,
Okay.
which had all the options, which means you can put your cigars in, you can have your cutter and lighter, and a couple of accessories that you want to have in. So this is a copy or a replica of Peter James. Until date, Peter James still makes those OG style, old school cases like this. So the best part about it is you can have a cutter, you can have a lighter here, and you can have any of your, let's say, cigar stands or anything like this, and you can put in your cigars in. It takes around 5 cigars. The downside of this is when you put in and you close it, if you put it in a way and it is pressing, sometimes your cigars get squished. So as a
Yeah.
result, what I've done is I have put in a acrylic tray in it, and I've kind of pasted the cedar.
You've customized it. Basically, you've
Yeah,
customized it so
Very
it's more
nice.
yeah,
practical.
Yeah.
cedar
I do see
lining.
another. I do see another problem with that travel
Uh,
humidor you're showing. That if you
yeah,
wear that, your people question your manlyhood. But other than that, it's an actual very beautiful travel
exactly.
purse.
So that way it can carry 5 cigars.
Very
It
nice.
ensures that the accessories don't press the cigars in it
Yeah.
because of this tray, and it closes nicely. You can carry it. It is, I mean, for me, black color. You can just carry it, and it has a sling to hold it if you want to. So that's like one of
Okay.
those cheap ones.
Usman
Yeah,
actually highlights a point there that I've noticed this about a lot of the sort of development of accessories. Yeah, when people created
Right.
these products in the first place, they look nice, but they weren't as practical as you think they are. Like for
absolutely,
Right.
example, I showed you my travel humidor. Yeah, it's great, but it only works if it's ram packed with cigars. Otherwise, they shake around
absolutely,
and move around with each other. Yeah,
absolutely,
right.
The
absolutely.
And then
one, the one that you guys sent me, and I can go get it if fans want to see it, is nice
I will.
because it closes, it locks, and it has. It's the perfect one to
Will
travel with.
absolutely. So that one also has a very similar finish on the PU leather grain
Right.
black one that you have. So this is one of those, but this is soft leather, right? So this is
Right.
one of those watches that you can put in, but you can't put in your luggage. Otherwise, it will get pressed
they'll just
unless you have
squash
a
everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
unless you have a customization like this, what I've done. Similar to
Right.
this, locally now, so it has the significance. This was the first one. Now this one which I'm going to pull out
Whoa,
is,
whoa! It's a family show here.
yeah, which was gifted to me by a cigar club or a cigar lounge in Lahore, in Karachi, which has now closed. They kind of were kind enough to customize it with Cigar Guy PK. This is their logo. It was Karachi Cigar Club, and they got it made locally because if you know, Pakistan has a lot of
The big
exports
leather
of
industry.
leather industry and a lot of, so they got it locally made. It is again around $20 worth of the cost, which is a very similar replica of the one that I showed. The only thing is because it is big and it has more space for cigars, so it is like 7-8 cigars, but it was made smaller in size, so it does not take anything which is even a Churchill size in it. So a Robustos can only come in, and this one has some more space for accessories, and that's basically it. But
You know, these things are kind of sign of the times. They come out at a time when those kind of vitolas are popular, so that's what people think of it.
Absolutely. So again, one of those squishy little things. If I use it, I use the same tray from the.
I have a question. You said a squishy little thing. Are you referring now to this travel humidor or something else?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Having said that.
Oh, wait, we're going to another one, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on.
Earlier,
we're going to number 3. This is very exciting.
This is one category of those that we are talking about, which is the soft feel leathery humidors. So.
Right.
So this is something which I'm going to show you is very, very dear to me because earlier this year I was gifted to this at the Habanos Festival on the gala night by a very dear friend, both of you who are very aware of him, Ruben. He gave me this, and the best part about it, I love it because it came from the Habanos lounge of one of my instructors of the sommelier course, Gabriel Estrada. So this is by the Bellagio Cigar Lounge based in Argentina. It has,
yeah.
But in this one, what
that's
they've done,
that's the La Casa del Habano, right?
Yes. So in this one, what they've done is they have kind of used the Cohiba color. So it's a black leather, original leather, not PU leather. But the lining on this and the stitching is in the yellow golden color like Cohiba.
Very pretty.
And the best part about it is it. So again, it has that whole cigar accessory thing. It has like it, and it was made. So since it is a new one, they have already put in leather enough here to ensure it doesn't get squished and the leather is strong enough. But if you see, it has the pouches on the other side, giving it more of a room if you want to keep some things. And to make it more practical, there is a cigar nubber that you can put in here or a perfect draw or something.
A what? For lighters?
For cigar nubber. This is a cigar nubber.
You know how you smoke your cigar down to the last millimeter? That's what that's for.
Like you have. Yeah, so that is the thing. And then you have these two. But so okay, very cool, very nice. Downside, it has a lot of wasted space. It can actually take, if you do it, you can take one more pocket at least for more accessories because people these days have a lot of accessories that they carry. So this can, but very nicely made, very fancy.
That's very nice.
Now coming to the brand that Cigar Analyst was talking about and referred to, Project Carbon. Project Carbon is out of US. And they make it very, very nice.
Yeah, I've heard of Project Carbon.
Right. So it came like in a box in a very nice kind of a pouch. But why I liked it and why I purchased it is because of the colors it is going to come out in. This is my national flag color. So green and white. And that's the beauty of it that I purchased it. It's very slink.
Like a little purse you have. That's cute.
Yeah, but this is the best when it comes to humidity control because this zipper is a proper sealed zipper, which means it has humidity control functions and it is very airtight. And if you open it, the best part about it is it also has cigar options, but it can take up to a double Corona since these are new. It has an improved design where this is separately, again, you can have it. But what they've done smartly is now they have put in 3 pockets for your cutter, for your lighter, and in case you want to have a cigar stand or a punch, Along with that, you can have a nubber or a cigar spear. I have this very customized box. And even if you have one more accessory that you want to fit in, you can fit in here, or a cigar stand kind of thing. So that way, this is very, very elegant, very nicely done, and has actually the entire thought through process of ensuring you have a cutter, a lighter, a punch, and a cigar stand all along with the cigars, and you can carry it in a sling. The only downside it has is it does not have the pocket, but again, you can keep it like a purse, as you said, or so. So from a make perspective, it is very, very, very nice.
So you'd let your girlfriend or wife carry that for you if you're going to carry it like a purse, or you go down to Key West Field, boys, I'm here. But I do like it. It's very, I like the thing. You know, it's the purse thing that gets you.
As we progress, there's a local company in Pakistan by the name of Jild. Now, Jild means the outer casing, basically of a book or something like that, which protects the whole thing. So the company's name is Jild, and they make these leather pouches as well. They have done it in a very purse-shaped format. So what they've done is it's Jild. They've customized it with my name on it, and what they've done is this is like a rollover.
Oh, this is quite nice. That looks like a bit like a satchel.
Yeah, satchel. Yeah. So it can take up to 3-4 cigars. It has 2 pockets for your cutter and lighter. And
actually, that's the most elegant. Up till now, that's the most elegant looking one I've seen.
And it has a pouch if you want to put your lighter, cutter, or anything like this. And then it closes very nicely. It is very handy, very small. You can keep it in your one hand, and you can just carry. So that way, it is very practical for a short time also. It can be a travel humidor. It can be a regular 2-3 cigars cases for an evening or a day.
Very nice.
Now this was
nice. There's more.
You know, I like that. I like that one. That one looks a little bit more compact than the others. If you got a briefcase, you can actually slip that into a briefcase as well.
Absolutely.
That kind of thing, rather than bulking out a briefcase.
Absolutely. Now moving on to the hard cases of
the difficult ones. The difficult ones.
Well, you can say difficult ones, or I would say the ones which are actually
a hard case.
Yeah, well, the ones which are actually industry standard kinds, right? Yeah. Now, in that, this is a 5-pack case. Cigar makes it, Cigar Caddy makes it. This is the one which was made by Cigar, Cigar Caddy, quality importers for us, for Pakistani community.
I'm seeing a lot of people, a lot of cigar smokers have these hard cases now. Actually, this is a bit of the fashion.
The best part about the hard cases is they are kind of bulletproof. You do not have to worry when you throw it in your briefcase or in your suitcase, and you check it in because it's not going to be pressed.
You could drop it. You could drop it on the ground.
Hold on. Ali K. Wait. You go. Relax. Ali K says, Usman, this is fascinating. I just woke up from my nap. No, he says, Usman, can you send me the link?
Sure, Ali. I will send you.
Last bag. I think he means the one that looks like the satchel, the one with
the saddle bag.
He has already written it, Jill. So I will send the link in a couple of minutes.
There you
go.
This
one again. This one is for 5 cigars. The best part about these cases is they are proper, particular, airtight cigar. You do not have to worry even if you leave your cigars for a week, 10 days to even a month. As long as you have a bovida in it, nothing goes away. And this is a 5 case, so that way, or if you don't want to have a bovida or something like this, there is an option of putting in.
They're very practical. Those cases are actually very, very practical. Yeah. It's like you can put in and forget. It's not.
I have different kinds of. This is a 5 case of this. Then I have the similar one in a 15 cases.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
David from Mantis, if you're watching this, that's your next product. Okay?
Right.
That's your next product focus.
So and then they also come in different colors. So they have different colors.
Black, everything in ivory.
So this is like 15 cases things, and they come in the concentration of 5, 10, 15, 20, 40, 60, 50, 60, and even 80 cigars. And the biggest case I have, which is for like real, is again.
Oh my God!
This is the 50 case cigar.
Is that when the wife throws you out of the house or something? What do you need that for?
Oh, that's when he's going on holiday. If he's going on holiday,
actually going on holiday,
he'll take the big one and he'll take a small one.
Yeah, a person like me who goes on a holiday, you can just have this one. So the best part about it, you put all of these, you put it in your briefcase or a suitcase, and it's gone. And you keep a 2 cigar case or a 3 cigar case for the evenings that you want, and you can use them. And they have actually gotten these proper foam linings to keep, and then you can throw in your bebidas in it, and they're all good and fine. So that way and the best part about it is, in the air, they get really airtight, and when you open it, you actually have to release the pressure of it to open it. It is so much airtight. So they are like the best option available in the global brands that we are talking of or referring to.
I'm very surprised, even though I saw this a couple of months ago. I saw Aaron Sigmund promote the Boveda Humidor, the sort of like desk humidor.
Oh, that's a humidor. That's a humidor. These are travel.
I know, that's the point I'm making. Even as a humidor, I'm surprised that Boveda haven't made a travel humidor.
They did. Boveda has them. If you go to their website, they've got a ton of travel stuff.
No, travel humidor.
Yeah, they do. No, they have travel humidor.
They don't have a travel humidor. They have travel pouches.
No, they have travel humidors. I was on their site a couple months ago.
Right?
And
I've just never seen anyone carrying a Boveda travel humidor.
Because these other ones are cheaper and better.
If you want slightly something fancy but hard case, so this is.
I see guys carrying that all the time at the cigar lounge I go to.
Yeah, so this is a silver base or aluminum base. Again, this is one of my very first ones, as I said.
That's very 80s. That's very yuppie. Very yuppie briefcase.
A bit customization.
Very 1980s Don Johnson, Miami Beach.
Yeah. But if you see, it has that 10 to 12 cigar capacity, a cutter you can put in, a humidification system, you can put in your hygrometer, and then you can keep cigars.
It's a different kind of rack. It's the cigars fit slot in.
Very clearly. So this was, again, from AliExpress, costed $30 till date for the last 10, 12 years. Really going fine.
Very cool.
The last one, which I
last but not least, folks, hold on to your breath. Don't get too excited, everybody. Hold on. Here it goes. You need to draw. Wait a minute. Let me do this. No, hold on. It's the last one. We have to give you something special. I guess we're going to do this. There you go. I want to make sure you got everything you're due.
This is my latest investment. And when I say latest investment, because, there was this thing where a long time ago, there was one of these hard cases in silver made by a travel company, Remova. So Remova made those cases. Stephen?
I'm right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was showing everybody he was just sleeping.
Right. Okay. So
Remova when you take the band off, the wrapper comes off.
Yeah, I had to show that. There's things going on in the show here. You're the star, but we have to do things still.
Yeah. So Remova used to make those travel cases. Unfortunately, they discontinued it, and the ones currently you find through eBay or through somewhere very rarely, they cost more than 2,500 euros or so because of the brand. Wow. And so a very, very similar and very close to, and even Half Wheel did this and recently, and I saw it with a friend, is the travel brand Toomey that has come up with this.
Yes.
Gorgeous and elegant, where you can customize it a bit.
Toomey made famous in 1982-83 in Rocky 3, where Sylvester Stallone is carrying Toomey luggage.
Absolutely, yes. So the best part about this, so in these hard cases, I think this is the best innovation. Not even Remova had it, which is, first of all, yes, they're Toomey tracer to track. They have this where they have put in a cutter. Right. And this space is magnetic, so you don't have to worry about, during travel it will just fall down. So it really holds this. Okay. They have on the other side a match case. So a very nice match case, which again goes in here and just tucks away very nicely. This part you just slide up and you can put a Boveda pack.
Nice.
And and you have 5 cigar cases again with a sling. So it is similar to the one you have, Stephen, as well, where both sides are like this. So this is the
Yeah.
one which has 5 cigars. It takes up to a double Corona, and you're good with it. In fact, I just came back from an afternoon cigar thing, so I had few cigars in it. The only downside in this is that the matchbox, which Toomey has done, is very elegant, very nice, but it has no striker. So,
Ah,
so,
You strike against your beard. You just do
yeah,
that.
yes.
yeah.
Well, that's true. With that beard, you
That's
could
what
light
real
it.
men do.
So what you
That's
have
right.
to do is, so what you have to do practically is that you have to buy a separate striker,
Why don't
or
you
what
just bring
I've
a
done
torch
is that
with you?
I've ordered, or what I've done is I've ordered the striker strips, pastable ones from Amazon, which are going to be delivered soon, and I'll just cut and paste it on the side, and I
I
can
ordered
use
the
it.
striker strips. Yeah, they were lovely. There's some girls that came over. That was maybe
Yeah.
different striker strips.
So
But
this
anyway,
way,
yeah.
this is again in your hard cases. This is the perfect accessory which can carry your accessories and cigars, and you're good to go. So
But
from
with
that
the
perspective, these are the different kind of travel humidors or travel cases that you can carry. There are a lot of companies that make them. There is another one which is a very nice one, Poro Prestige, that makes out of UK. The
right.
only thing I feel with that is Port Prestige is a little bulky because of the size and how it is made. There is a company called Sotelo, which have come with a 5 cigar concentration and an 8 cigar concentration.
Yeah, but
There are,
the Toomey one that you're just talking
yes.
about, where you have the matches without the striker, why don't you just put a lighter in there, a torch?
You can. So that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. So if you don't want to go old school, you can
yeah.
just take out that matchbox
Well,
thing and you can.
I would go old school. I like you sent me the box of matches when you
Well,
sent me my travel humidor and my cigars. When you sent that, I used the matches.
Mhm.
But on something like that, if there's no striker
the, que-
other than
I,
using your beard, right? I would definitely put a torch in that. I like
I
the
have a
old school way.
question. No, but I have a
Exactly.
question on all of these things. Yeah, in one way or another, like the 5 or 6 travel humidors you showed me, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
It occurs to me that none of these manufacturers, it looks like, has actually sat down with a cigar smoker to ask what is it you
Yeah.
want practically from a box. Because, for example, in the case of Toomey's a high-end brand, yeah, and they put
Oh, it
matchbox.
costs
They put
around 500. It costs around $550.
yeah, I know, but they put a matchbox in. It's like, as far as I
Yeah.
know, and I don't know that much. As far as I know, real cigar smokers, they want to be able to carry between 5 and 10 cigars.
Yep.
They want a place for their SD Dupont or Ellie Blur or a practical lighter like this, or even 2 lighters, because once your flashy lighter runs out of gas, you
Right.
want to have a top-up lighter with you, right?
Right.
You need a
Absolutely.
practical cutter, and
Yep.
that's about it. You don't
Yeah.
need much more than that, right? Okay, and none of those, well, maybe one or two, maybe one, but they're not practical enough because either they're soft cases which allow for you to travel easier, or they're hard cases but they don't have the space for a lighter. And the Toomey one is a bit weird because it's got matches, right? It's very rare that you see anyone lighting up with matches anymore. It's very, very
You're right.
rare.
You're right. But I think what they've done is they've tried to give it more of an old school vibe to it, and that's why
Yeah,
they
but that's
try to
just it.
do
Everyone is
something
catering to this vibe thing. The practicality of a cigar smoker is different.
Exactly.
But that's the whole point to what Rissa just said. I mean, I'm assuming it's some foo-foo person in the Toomey smoked a
That's why
cigar
I
and
said
goes,
if
all we can
David's
do is,
listening
yeah,
from Mantis, David, there's a market gap to
yeah,
create a box that is done correctly to the requirements of real everyday cigar smokers.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you could do one for 5, 10, 15, 20, but give all the paraphernalia that you need. I don't
Yeah.
like the foam at all. I prefer the one that you guys gave me, which was the one with the wood. I like
Yeah.
that better. I don't use those Pumi whatever little packets usually. There's a little crystal tube that
Yes.
you can
Yes.
do. What I do is I fill that with the water, it sucks it up, and I
Yes.
put that in there, and I find that actually keeps it better. Because the Bova
Mhm.
packs, I find, whether it's a humidor or my travel humidor, I get like 930 of them to keep it where I need it with the crystal tube. It's like I fill that up, boom, and I'm done. But Bova's cornered the market, making everybody believe that they work. which is fine, but the crystal tube seems to work just as good for me. So I use that. And it's, lasts for like 7 months instead of a boba pack, which lasts for like, a week and a half.
Agreed.
By the way, just if you're interested, this is a slightly unusual cigar.
This is just so we're clear, this is the EGM placebo Queen cigar.
No,
that they don't have on their site.
The Empyrean line from EGM Praxides.
That's what I just said.
Okay.
That's what I just said.
But it has got this kind of plummy characteristic to it. It's sort of like a plummet, but it's a little bit bitter on the aftertaste. I think this one is a slightly unusual cigar. And it's coming across that way. I just thought I'd share that with you guys.
Do you like it or you don't like it?
I like it, but there's a slight bitterness. It's not my favorite. The one I had 2 days ago, the first cigar I had, the name has gone out of my brain, part of the Empyrean line. That was amazing. That was I think it was the Robusto size. That was really good.
Well, the Robusto size, if you're not talking about the
I'm not talking about any of the ones you're talking about. I'm not talking. Imperial line is brand new.
Okay, but my point is, if you're talking about the placebos, they've got a whole bunch of placebos. They don't have the Imperial on up yet. So.
Raza, okay, now for someone who has been or who was fortunate enough to sample the EGM cigars very first initial blends few years ago, the 5 vitolas they came up with, which then got changed to the new line, and now can you please explain to me, at least for my knowledge, that is this a new linea or a new line or a range they are introducing?
Yeah, it's new.
Is that something which they are replacing the old vitolas and the old lines?
No, what they've done, they've created a new line, a premium line. That's the band on it.
Okay,
some people are saying it looks very Bihique. I went to the launch at the Emory Hotel, where the circular humidor designed by Massimo is, and in that humidor, they lined up all these cigars. If you walk by without looking, you would think it's lined up with Bihique. So it's that very, very, very top-end, elegant look. The distinguishing aspect of this cigar in this Empyrean line, Empyrean meaning in the Greek mythology, the highest place of heaven that contains fire, a ball of fire, is that they're using 5-year aged tobacco in this Empyrean line. So it should have a more aged feel. This one, I'm not so sure if it does, but it is giving me, I can only describe it as sort of like a slightly plummy characteristic. I don't know how I'm getting that, but that's the characteristics that's coming. And this is the Praxides. The Praxides is named after 2nd century female Christian saint who helped Christian martyrs or Christian suffering under Roman rule. That's the etymology behind this. And this was a torpedo cigar. I did smoke this 2 days ago, but I smoked it at the end of smoking 3 or 4 hours worth of cigars, so it wasn't completely in my mind. And I thought today I'd smoke it in quiet with you guys and see what I get out of it. I have a little bit of an issue on the construction. When I took the band off very gently, even then the wrapper slightly came off. I hate things like that when they happen, especially with cigars that should be better made from Dominican Republic. Having said that, the cigar is smoking relatively smooth. It has a very, very mild bitterness on my tongue, but that may be just for the hell of it.
Very nice. All right, there you go. Usman, what was your cigar of the week?
My cigar of the week.
Try to stay awake.
My cigar of the week. My cigar of the week, if I'm not wrong, was the old Short Churchill.
Really?
I found a few of them recently again, and I got my hands on a few of them, and I've been enjoying them. And I think I'm coming to the side where I am getting away from a lot of these new regional releases and all of these releases, because to me, I think I want to get to where I have my usual cigars, my regular production cigars, and I enjoy them, because cigar smoking to me is less show off and more of my me time and more of my enjoyment. And I think I am getting the same way from both of them. So yes, once in a while for IG and for the fans and all of that, I would continue to do all the new things and will report on whatever is new. But I think I'm getting to where I would love to have my 5, 6 regular cigars that are there, and I would continue to smoke on that.
Very nice.
Ali K, you asked for the link of it. I am going to try and put in the link.
Yeah. Thanks for slowing up the show with that. My cigar of the moment, since thanks for asking, boys. It's it's tough working with these people. I did my Opus X's last weekend, and I must tell you, I like my Opus X Opus X.
What Opus X?
Opus X for Fuentes. One was the Testigo something or other. I smoked an Opus X from the UAE line, which is very nice. But this weekend, kids, is going to be the Nova.
It's
brand.
a Nova weekend.
I was a Nova weekend, and at some point, when the placebo from EGM comes out, I may get those, or I may just end up buying a box of, and I pronounced it wrong, and Usman will correct me, the Calistago Winds of My Daughter, Winds Under My Feet cigar.
Oh my God.
What? Ruben sent me those, and they were wonderful, and I'm going to buy a box of those because I really like those. Those are for cigar of the year for me.
Right. Okay. Stephen, can you please help? Because when my Instagram is connected, I cannot respond to comments here. So I've sent the link on WhatsApp. Can you please copy paste it?
I will do that for anything for the fans. Hold on a second. There we go. Oh, look how pretty. All right, here you go, Ali. This is us to you because you're a fan and we love our fans. There you go. And for you people that aren't watching live, you actually won't be able to get the link. You may have to email us directly and we'll help you out. But there you go. It's called MIJMOUSE crafts.com. Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. But anyway, no, I do like the Wings of My Daughter or whatever it's called. I really enjoy that. That Ruben turned me on to that. And I have to tell you, for a small batch cigar, it's beautiful. I also say United Cigar. Atabey makes it. Their Atabey cigars are wonderful smoke as well.
Atabey is very good. So, folks, the cigar name which Stephen has been trying to ruin for the last 2 minutes is Casadagli, Daughters of the Wind.
That's what I said. So I understand. We saying the same thing. So
okay, if you say so.
That's why you're the sommelier. That's why we have you on the show, because you correct my poor English. And at some point, I actually will learn to pronounce the cigars, but it's more fun for you to do it because I just smoke them, and then I can tell you what I like.
Sounds good. So, by the way, Stephen,
yes, sir.
When is your yacht furniture from the Royal Highness of Walmart being delivered?
So let me explain. I told the story a little earlier for the fans that didn't hear it. Here's what happened. The other day, the very, very famous, very exclusive La Chez La Walmart store delivered the beautiful imitation wicker Vietnam furniture. Very excited. Opened up the box because, and then I realized I had to put it together. And so I tried, being Jewish, not my forte. So later today, we have someone coming to the yacht, and they will be putting together the furniture. And next weekend, I will sit outside like a proper gentleman and be able to do that. But I realized when I took it out of the box, there's these things I've never heard of called screws. And I was like, well, this is interesting. And then there was another thing called a nut, and a bolt, and an Allen wrench. And I was like, yep, this isn't happening. This should say, all Jews must have people come assemble. So we are having an assembly guy later because, that's not happening anytime soon in my lifetime. And I will tell you this, which is a true story, and you will laugh because I know you, at least you're handy. Riza has his staff that does his stuff for him. About 20 years ago, I was with a buddy of mine, and he said, can you hand me a Phillips head screwdriver? So I look into the toolbox, and now I know what they are. There's the flat head, and then there's the one with all the pointy round things, which is a Phillips head. And I pick both of them up and I go, which one? And he starts laughing. He's like, the Phillips head. I'm like, dude, they're both screwdrivers to me. And he said, the one with the pointy, the star looking one is a Phillips head. I'm like, cool. I gave him the Phillips head. So yeah, I know nothing about tools. If something breaks, I am on the phone. I don't even attempt to screw in a light bulb because I have no clue.
Why the hell do you have such a shitty face on, Raza?
Because the last third of this cigar is shit.
Oh my God, EMG. Sorry, I can't buy your placebo. You're done. Okay, there you go. That's enough.
Because that is a very, very bitter, acerbic,
oh my God,
ammonia-laden last third. And I have a feeling it's something to do with the shape, because whilst the first 2/3 were relatively okay, and there was a characteristic, all the ammonia has built up in this sort of like funnel.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm getting out of it, really.
That's terrible. That's
it is the way it is. What do you want me to say?
Is that ammonia or is that tar? Because ammonia evaporates with passage of time, and if it is a 5 years old
I stand corrected. But I think it's a combination of both things. It's not nice.
Okay.
The first 2/3 were interesting. The last. And you can see this is beginning to bloom a little bit as well. You can see it's widening out, and that's
so then, kids, what he's trying to say is you want to smoke the Nova Platinum cigars. They're not sponsoring us, but we like their cigars, so I'm going to try them this weekend. And if there's crap, we'll tell you. Anyway, so EGM, stick with the Lancero because we know the Lancero is one of their best cigars that they make.
Also, the Lancero is called the Encanto. Encanto, which means like a spell. Encanto is like enchantment or a spell.
But I liked it. I smoked that one out of the pack that I got when you told me to try it. That's their best cigar that I've ever had.
I agree with you. I think up till now, of all the EGMs I've smoked, that is the best one. Yeah, that is the best.
I got a box coming up because I like the Lanceros. They're very nice. But now Nova could be my new one. But as Usman likes to correct me because I never pronounce it right, the Calistoga, Winds of My Feet.
Daughters of the Wind.
That cigar. But we'll get there. The nice thing is they know what I'm talking about. That's literally, Ruben sent me one to try. It is now literally one of my favorite cigars. Cigar of the Year. I have a box of those coming. I'm very excited about that. I really enjoy that cigar. And you know who I had a couple of weeks ago that Ruben also sent me was a Juan Lopez. Juan came up personally and lit it for me, which made the experience much better. But I had a Juan Lopez, absolutely great cigar. I was really happy with the Juan Lopez, and I was very happy with that. So there you go.
Very, very cool.
Now, gentlemen, at least Stephen knows this. I have to run off for a family gathering, if you don't mind. I'm going to take your leave slightly early, humbly. And I will join you both next week at the same time.
Right. This is what happens. He's a star. He's a big star now.
Now I know why I was being cut down to size for just 5 minutes, so that he can talk and he can just leave us hanging here. Okay, fine, sir.
Loading out, sir.
Mwah. We love you. We mean it. See you later. Good to see you, my friend. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. I will tell you the humidor, the traveling. I take that with me every now and then, and I love it. It's perfect. And like I said, but I use my crystal tubes because they seem to work better.
Sounds good. I mean, see, for one evening, 2 cigar case or the single cigar case tubes are always great. But yes, I mean, if you want to carry everything together, or if you want to have more cigars, then yes, these travel cases are the way to go about them.
Well, the one you sent me is perfect, and the only bad thing with the tube and not the Bova pack is that with the crystal tube, it just takes a slot of the cigar. But I actually find that it does actually keep my cigars better than a Bova pack for some reason.
I agree with you. That is much better than the Bovida packs, because if your case is not airtight, the Bovida pack is not going to help. So, and the Bovida pack gets dry very soon.
Yeah, it does. I mean, like, Ruben, when he packed up the cigars he sent me, he was like hermetically sealed. He was cute. I got it. They were in the plastic in the box, and like 3 hours later, I was able to get them out. So the Bova packs work perfectly. But when you run to the cigar place, I use my 3-fingered case, and that's fine because those get smoked within like 5 hours. But if it's going to be like I go away for a weekend or I go away for business, your little box that you got me with that, throw the cigars in, and that seems to hold it perfectly. And it seals very well. And I'm sure a Bova pack would work. But I've never had a Bova pack that worked. So I always get nervous. So I just do it the other way.
Sounds great to me. Sounds great to me.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that the EGM cigar didn't do as well as we were hoping, because I know we're all
Yeah.
big fans. But the Lancero, once again, if I'm going to smoke EGM, I whatever they want to call theirs, the Epicot, the Fairy, whatever it is, I would rather just smoke that, because to me, I think that's a better smoke.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And the Nova, you haven't had yet, right?
I have had. I've had
and you liked it.
3 years ago, and it's a decent cigar. It's a decent cigar.
Okay, I'm gonna try it, but like I said, so far, the wings of my dog, that's my cigar, and Ruben turned me on to that, and so that is so far my cigar of the year, unless something else comes out. Atabey's a close second, by the way, though.
Atabey is a very good cigar as well. I agree with you.
Yeah, Atabey, I'm like, this could be a cigar of the year, but you compare the price points, the other one's a little less expensive, and it's still a great smoke.
Yeah, yeah.
And the La Frona people here in Ybor City in Tampa, they make what they call the double Corona, which is, and I'll try to, it's beautiful. It is a four-layer cigar. So it and the wrapper goes 4 different colors. So it'll start off starts off light, medium, heavy, and then, oh my God. And that is a beautiful smoke. And I was at the cigar lounge, and a gentleman gave me to try, and it was like, I'm just too lazy to go to Ybor City. But at some point I will go there and get they sell them in wheels. So I will get a wheel of one, and that will be awesome. So I'm very much looking forward to that. So
sounds great.
But next week I will be outside like a proper gentleman. And I'll be naked though, because I want to get sun, and smoking cigars and whatnot. So it'll be fun, and scaring the people on the other yachts. So it'll be good. But yeah, like I said, I'm glad you enjoyed my Phillips head story, but unfortunately that is a true story. And if my friend Mark is watching, I can have him come on and tell you how embarrassing that was for me, not him. Because he just thought that was hysterical. He's like, yeah, I see that. So I was like, thank you very much. So, but I learned what an Allen wrench was about 3 years ago. So I was impressed that I knew that. Yeah, it's not my thing. So
That's okay.
Listen, someone's got to, do it, I guess. But yeah, so I learned all. I'm very proud of myself that I learned these terms. I don't know what you mean, but that's what I do. So what do you have going on this week? Anything exciting cigar stuff?
Not much. I was just at a friend's birthday party a little while ago. We had some cigars in the after lunch and cigars, and now the show, and then I have rest of the lazy weekend. So that's more like, yeah.
That's your whole thing. Well, then you know what? We're going to let you enjoy your lazy weekend, and we're going to say to all the fans, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Usman will post this at some point on Instagram for all of us to okay. Because sometimes your now is like 24 hours.
A few minutes.
Okay, one time. Yeah. So anyway, Usman will post this on Instagram. You can watch it again there. It'll go out as a podcast tomorrow morning if you want to just listen to it. And it'll be reposted here on YouTube in about 2 hours. And I don't know if you were on the show when we talked about this, but the average show, we did some numbers. David was on holiday. The average show gets about 35,000 views and listens to every week.
Wow.
And we didn't know that, but David was bored because he was on holiday with his wife. So he's like, what am I going to do? Make love to her? I'm like, hey, she's, I got things. I'm busy. I'm like, at your age, you can't get it up. So he told me he was envious of a stiff wind. So I totally get that. So he was doing some calculations, and he realized between all the platforms that we put out this show, and he was telling me about other shows, but we only care about this show right now, between podcasting, YouTube, Instagram, and he went through a litany of them, with about 35 to 40,000 every week is who either listens to us or watches us. And the average fan listens to about 80% to 90% of the show.
Wow. That is amazing. That's a great news.
Yeah, and that's a compliment to you and Riza, not to me at all. I do nothing but just make fun of everybody.
The show is all three of us.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Not any of the two.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you and Riza bring out what the fans really want, which is the knowledge. And he goes to the events and whatnot. And I'm just a little smart-ass Jew from New York, and it seems to work. But at the end, and doesn't know tools. But yeah, so I was so to all the fans that watch and listen, thank you very much. That is, I was shocked and honored all at the same time. That was very, I was like, wow, really? And the fans love us. So thank you so much, and tell your friends, I guess. So thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and like. We will be back next Saturday. what are you going to do next Saturday? Anything exciting, or is it just ad
I
hoc?
mean, we will continue with the accessories part. So let's see, either it will be either the cutters or the lighters or the cigar stands or whatever.
No, lighters, because I have like the torch because I'm too cheap to buy anything. But I did try to find a dragon lighter or a tiger lighter because you turned me onto that thing last week, which I hate you for because you can't find them anywhere. So nobody makes a good tiger. You're the tiger type case or dragon case. Nobody makes a good tiger lighter or dragon lighter. That's nice and it looks good, or a cutter. So I would cut the lighters because that will be one of the lighters you can pull out.
Lighters is let's do lighters next week.
Lighters it is. All right. There you go, fans. Allie, hope you got all your information before we go. We have a note here from hi guys from Cigarland. Cigarland, good to see you. But the show.
Hi, Urs. Thank you very much for joining in.
Oh, it's good to see you, my friend. Maybe we'll have Urs on in a couple of weeks too. Because when he's on, he just talks about his cigar collection, and it just makes us all realize how insignificant we are as human beings. So, guys, have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Thank you for watching or listening, and we'll see everybody, if you will, next week. Have a good day, everybody. Cheers.